Good morning, Nighthawks. I'm Bo Mussowitz.
And I'm Cameron Gabber with your Nighthawk Report.
Today is Wednesday, March 27th, a B-Day, and National Manatee Appreciation Day. Those sea cows are sure stellar. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here's what's happening today at First Light High School.
There is no social grub club today during lunch. We will meet again after the break.
All Stagecraft Theater Award ballots are due to Miss Deal today. Please make sure to turn them in by 3:30.
The HOSA blood drive is from today at 11 to 5 p.m. in the upstairs rotunda.
This is the last week to register for the Cornhole Tournament, so register before it's too late. Please stop by the registration table during lunch or look for posters around the school and register using the QR code. Registration is open to teachers and staff members. Registration fee is $5 per team of 2 players. Teammates must have the same lunch period. Tournament will take place during lunch periods throughout the week of April the 8th through the 12th, right after spring break. See Mr. DePedro in room B102 for more information.
Here's Tommy Thompson with your daily lunch menu.
Today's lunch options are macaroni and cheese with a breadstick, turkey and cheese salad, fruit and yogurt parfait. Have a great day.
Prom tickets are on sale. Gatsby's Gala. Tickets are $25 through Friday and can be purchased in the rotunda during lunch. Ticket prices will go up to $30 starting on Saturday.
Prom committee meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Let's check in with Mr. Tyson.
Good morning, Nighthawks. Hope everybody's doing great on this beautiful Wednesday morning. A little blustery out there, a little rainy. Not that beautiful out, but I mean, we got smiling faces. Everybody's a little excited. This is the day before the last day before we head on out for spring break, so everybody's really excited about that. Next up, y'all, I have Miss Reynolds here with some sports updates.
Hey everyone, so congrats to lacrosse and baseball last night for their wins, and softball valiant effort. We will also have baseball and softball playing again today at 5 p.m. Just trying to get in before any of this blustery weather hits us, and hope you guys are supporting our Nighthawks.
So it's also the end of the grading quarter. So third quarter is coming to an end, so make sure that you've gotten in all of your missing work, check with your teachers, get everything straight before you leave for break, because when we return, we'll be starting the fourth quarter, which is hard to believe. So like we said, break is coming up, so there's no school for students on Friday, and then next week, students are out all week. It's exciting.
That's exciting.
So we hope that y'all have a great time, and we'll see you again tomorrow before we sign off for the week.
That's right.
And go Nighthawks.
That's right. And also, y'all, one last thing that we forgot to mention. We have the blood drive going on today, so the senior lounge is closed during all 3 lunches today. So y'all remember that, because we got a lot of people coming in here today for the blood drive. And that's it. All right, y'all, let's do it. Good night.
Time for your daily weather update.
You guys ready?
Yay!
Alright, whenever you're ready.
No, it's 27. The high is 54 degrees, cloudy and chilly. Let's get hyped for spring break. Let's go, Nighthawks!
Now let's pass it over to 4 with technological tangents.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Technological Tangents. Today we'll discuss GoFetch, an exploit applying to all devices based on A14 and likely, however, untested all A-series chips after A14 as well. All normal M-series chips, but again, likely the Pro Max variants too, just untested, and Intel's 13th Gen Raptor Lake processors. All Apple devices released after November 2020, and maybe even some iPhones before that date, are likely vulnerable. Due to the nature of the exploit, it is unlikely to be able to be patched on existing devices due to attack vectors exploiting the hardware architecture itself, especially considering Apple was made aware of this exploit 113 days ago, as of today, Wednesday. However, software can set certain flags to tell Intel and M3 chips not to use the DMP or data memory prefetcher, which this exploit relies on. The DMP is meant to be a hardware optimization to preemptively load data pointed at by pointers expected to be accessed soon. GoFetch, however, is able to steal encryption keys, exploiting the DMP's incorrect behavior to try and load data that appears to be pointed at by other data that is not actually pointers. By specifically crafting inputs for the cryptographic operations, if one of the intermediate parts of the encryption looks like a pointer, the DMP tries to access the data being pointed at by what it believes to be a pointer. Attackers can detect the slightly different time it takes the DMP when it tries to cache the data it believes is being pointed at. Because of this, attackers are able to crack secret keys in an actually feasible amount of time now that we're playing a game more like Wordle instead of brute forcing the password. The secret key recovery could be used to decrypt the bank of passwords you save in your browser, or in the case of a government or a company, like a secret document. The exploit, however, still of course requires the victim to have gotten malicious software on their device and to run the malicious code in the first place, and it still takes 1 to 10 hours to actually steal a key. GoFetch could still spell danger for server hosters, businesses, or governments that use shared hardware, however. For most home users, very little is actually encrypted anyway though, and accounts can still be accessed by your user token, which is generally stored in unencrypted browser cookies. But that's all I have for you today. I'll see you again next Wednesday.
Thanks, Ford. Here's Mitch with Instrumental Wednesday.
Hello, and welcome back to Instrumental Wednesdays. This week, we'll be exploring the flute. The flute is a woodwind instrument that does not use reeds, but instead is how you blow air into a small opening in the mouthpiece. This is why you also have a hard time hearing the flute when the rest of the band is playing. Now with the flute having such a strange way of playing, this gives the flute such a high skill ceiling. All this does is allow musicians to grow to way bigger heights, as with people like John Pereira Rampal, Marcel Moyes, James Galloway, Julius Baker, and the man we will go over today, Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson created a band named The Blades in 1963, playing with school friends such as Michael Steffens on guitar, John Evans on keyboard, Jeffrey Hammond on bass, and Barry Barlow on drums. He did not start playing the flute, instead he was a vocalist who played the guitar and harmonica. He only picked up the flute around the late 1960s, when he allegedly felt that he could never be as good as Eric Clapton on guitar. So, he traded his guitar for a flute. When he recorded his first album with the flute, it was called This Was, and he had only played the flute for a couple of months. But as he progressed as a musician, he had a tendency to stand on one leg when playing this flute. This came out of when he played harmonica, he would play with one leg and keep his balance with the mic stand. This was called the Deranged Flamingo, and was featured on most of his album covers. Ian Anderson went to start his solo career during the 80s, and when Jethro Tull was taking a break when John Glasscock died, Ian wrote the album A, which was meant to be a solo album with Martin Barry and Dave Pegg. This was squandered when the record company pressed him to release it under the Jethro Tull name. The first official solo album created by Ian was Walk Into the Light in 1983. In 1995, Anderson released his second solo album, Divinities, 12 Dances with God, and during 2011, he ended his touring career, but he is still making albums to this day.
Thanks, Mitch. Time for Foodie Friday with Sibylline.
I went to a front porch and I didn't get anything, but I have my Bible study there, so shameless promo, you should pull up, it's super fun. And here's Rylan. Then for my actual dinner, I'm going to one of the most popular places on the beach, Pokeball. It was super clean and all the ingredients were super fresh, and it wasn't too expensive. I just got a regular bowl with no drink because I had water in my car. And today for my special guest is Maya. Here's what I got. It was a pretty big portion. And here's Maya with her bowl. Obviously you have to mix it up, so here's me doing that. It took quite a while. It was hard to do it with one hand. Then I tried to get everything in one bite, but it was super good and I really enjoyed it. This is the coolest drink in the world in my opinion, and it's from Japan and it's just a little soda. So here's Maya showing me how it's done. So basically you take out the little plastic stuff and then you push it on and the marble drops down and then it fizzes up and it just looks really cool and it's super fun to drink. So you guys can just watch it. It's super satisfying. Then after we ate, it was time to go home, and that's all for this semester. See you after spring break. Bye!
Thanks, Suvaline. In sports news, girls lacrosse versus Ocean Lakes at 5.
Soccer at Pass the Tank at 5. Please release the team at 2:15.
Tennis versus Manio at 4:30.
Baseball at Camden at 6. Please release the team at 2:40.
Softball at Camden as well at 6 p.m. Please release the team as well at 2:40.
Congratulations to the boys varsity lacrosse team for beating Kellum 17-7. Great job. That's all for now. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Thanks and have a Widdershins Wednesday.